Hello Internet, it's me Hewlett with another D-Geek Diary for you. I have had an interesting little chat today with a guy who came to service the air conditioning unit in this place. And it was just an eye-opening experience for me because here was this guy, and I asked him, about air conditioning units, basically, as one would do, an air conditioning unit guy. And he got so excited that I showed any interest in it, and he just started talking about all of these, all the different possibilities out there, how these things work, and this whole history of air conditioners based on where the components, the changing location of the components that have come in for these things. How they used to be very North American based, and then they sort of moved. The solid state stuff is coming from China now, and the copper is coming from, I can't remember what he said, Thailand or something. I don't know. But the point being is that he was doing this fantastic history of air conditioning units based on where these parts are being delivered from. And then we started talking about furnaces and then high efficiency furnaces and all this kind of stuff. And the thing that was so exciting to me about that, just a little aside here, was that apparently the blower motors, the electrical side of the stuff, is where the high efficiency is, because these motors now, they take like 120 volts to start up and get them spinning, but then a 9-volt battery will run them from there, which is, of course, incredibly efficient and can save you a fortune. But I just thought that was interesting, and I got excited about that, so obviously he got excited about it, and suddenly I saw this little like YouTube screen appearing around his delighted face as he sort of reveled in his knowledge and his history with this stuff and his sort of pride and joy at doing what he did, and I guess maybe in expressing that to people. And I just thought that is YouTube in a nutshell. The idea that you can have such a narrow focus, and there will be people who will be excited about that purely based on your excitement about these things. I mean, I like to think that I'm pretty fanatical in my devotion to things. I bounce around with them all over the place, but I do get very sort of obsessed and intrigued with these things. I just wanted to dig deeper and stuff. And I thought, how wonderful is it that we now have a place for this? And something you should know, a lot of the conferences and stuff that I've been going to in the film and television realm, in the digital realm, they keep talking about this new focus on audience engagement, and it's that the industry hasn't had to deal with fans the way they do now. They've never relied on them the way that they do now. I mean, product launches and series and films and stuff, they entirely now, their launches are based on you guys, on the fans, and their desperate need to find people who will champion their cause. And again, I mean, I've been lucky in that I've always sort of been a part of that from both sides of it now, basically. And I love the idea that you guys now hold the power in this industry. I mean, truly, the fans speak and create the buzz that these companies need to survive. So I just thought you guys should know that, and just how exciting it was to watch people fanning out about stuff that most people wouldn't be excited about. And I guess maybe I'm a bigger nerd than most, but that certainly just watching someone so passionate about what they love reminded me of YouTube, and then made me think about how important it was that you guys know that you guys hold the power in this relationship now, because the distribution channels have changed. There is a leveling of the playing field in the film and television industry, and they think it's a new thing, which I find cute and charming, that they just haven't had to really depend on you guys before, and now they do. So you should know that. Anyway, so I'm throwing that out there, and then I want to know, what are you fanatical about? What do you guys obsess about, or who do you know who has some fun sort of fanatical, fan-like geek out responses to things? I want to hear about them down below in the comments, and obviously subscribe and the likes, and I shall try to get on those comments and to get back to some of you guys. But in the meantime, until we geek again, cheerio!